Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to look at Orchids again. Orchids have now released a version 2 and they claim it has state-of-the-art UI design and full-stack capability, and they claim it's also better at creating beautiful designs compared to these tools here like Devin, Lovable, Cursor, Bolt and Replit. So now Orchid is now capable of implementing front-end, back-end, auth, database, and payments straight out of the box, which is really useful, especially if you're trying to build a full stack app or an app that's more complex than a simple website or landing page. So we're in orchids.app, and you agree with this, very simple and effective page where you have the prompt box, and if you click on tools here, you have different tools like design theme. You can set a design theme for your projects. Got a template, you can choose from a template, and you can also clone a website. I've made a video already trying out these tools, and the clone website feature wasn't perfect last time, but in my most recent video about ranking all the different vibe coding tools, it actually very well replicated the viral clearly.com website. So if we scroll down, we've got a bunch of different templates. Some of these are website clones like Zapier, Recraft. We've got all these nice looking websites here. A lot different from the kind of thing you'll normally see on other vibe coding tools like Lovable and Bolt. These look really unique and different, and they're not generic, and they don't look like they've been generated by AI. So what we're going to do, I've got a prompt loaded up. It's quite a long prompt actually. So this will be a good test to see how well this AI full stack engineer is. So what we're going to do, I've actually got an app that I built using Lovable and Cursor. It's basically a full client management system for designers, and I've used Gemini to help me refine my prompt. And I'm just going to paste my prompt in here. I'm going to enter the prompt. I'm going to see what Orchids does. Here you get this nice animation that tells you to spin up the project, and it's breaking it down into structures. Okay, we've encountered an error. I think it's because my prompt was a bit weirdly formatted, so I'm just going to paste it again using a different method, and I'm going to give it clearer instructions at the start as well, and hopefully that fixes it. Okay, that seemed to work, and now Orchids is planning and going through the steps to implement my prompt into a nice SaaS website. So let's see what it creates when it's finished. I've encountered another issue here. It's not really rendered anything in properly. It's got the fonts, but the styles and everything else hasn't been properly transferred and rendered in. So we're going to see if we can fix that, and hopefully it creates the site that I wanted. So I seem to be getting stuck in an error loop, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start new projects and use a simpler prompt and see how well it handles that instead. So I've created a new project with a simpler prompt, and this is what it's giving me. And disappointed because it's not really implemented any of my color styles that I asked for. It didn't really include anything in my prompt. It just did its own thing really, which is kind of annoying. For example, I asked for a simple 3-step linear progression. It's put 4, 6 features. It's put 3. I think something's wrong with the way it implemented it. The only thing it got right really was the title. Even the buttons are messed up. So I'm going to have to try and fix it. And I'll switch it to auto, see if that makes a difference. Or actually Claude Code. And yeah, let's try and fix it and see if it manages to do it. So after many iterations and attempts of trying to get this to work, you have something that's actually usable. When we scroll down, I like the colors. It actually looks quite nice, especially compared to other AI tools and vibe coding tools. But yet again, it has not followed even the simpler instructions from this prompt. As you can see in the features section, I've once again asked for 6 different features, and here it's only giving me 3. How it works, we've got 3 this time, which is nice. benefits, I've said a simple 3-step linear progression. Each step includes a large number, 1, 2, and 3, a headline and a short description. So it's not really used that there. We've got a 3-card testimonial slideshow, which is nice. And we've got the pricing section, which is integrated, and FAQs and the CTA. So it's really hit and miss when it chooses to actually listen to your prompt or when it chooses to not listen, which is very annoying. I'm not sure whether it's because they have like templated sections that they're just using, or there's another issue, or maybe it's my prompts. Well, I thought it was my prompts, so I actually went into V0, another tool that uses AI, and I pasted the longer, more complex prompt that had all my copy and all the instructions in it. And Orchids, as you saw before, struggled to implement and get something working using this more complex prompt. And this is what V0 came back to me with. Now, one thing that I will say, it does not look as good or as polished as the Orchids design, but it has followed my instructions to a T. And this is the kind of structure I wanted. As you can see, we have 6 tabs here, each with an image that I can then change my own images. And then we also have this section that I asked for. We have the 4 to 6 grid that I also asked for here. And we have the testimonials. Now again, it's missing the big numbers, I'm guessing, from the prompts. Just open this up. Read card testimonial pricing section. No, we've got the 6 benefits. So yeah, it's got the 6 benefits here I asked for as well. So it's more closely followed my initial prompt and my initial instructions and guidelines. Now, which would I prefer? Would I prefer this one that's actually following my instructions, or the Orchids one that looks nice, but it hasn't really implemented what I wanted? I'll take this V0 design every day of the week. And it's because with further prompts and improvements, I can then iterate and get it to more closely match what I want. I want to end with a bit of value and a bit of help for you guys that are trying to get into vibe coding, trying to get into AI assisted design and workflows. What I will say, don't believe the hype of any AI tool, whether it's this tool, another tool, Lowball, Bolt, V0, it doesn't matter. Don't believe anything unless you try it first. Try something first and come up with your own conclusions, your own systems, your own processes of how you can get the best out of the tool. Which ones you prefer, which ones you don't prefer, which is better for this use case, and which is better for that use case. Because these tools, however similar they might be under the hood, they all have different use cases. And what I will say, don't also believe any benchmarks or don't take them too seriously is what I'm trying to say. Yes, it might be better at design than a lot of these tools they mentioned here, according to a certain benchmark. At the end of the day, the power is with you, the user. You can iterate and prompt and design it however you see fit if you just know how to communicate with the AI in a processed fashion. So don't really say, oh, because this one is better at creating UI, I should use this. That's not really the case. You can design and prompt the AI, give it references, give it instructions, give it rules to follow to closely match your vision that you had. You can also use tools like Figma and get the Figma transfer into code. You can also use like iteration tools and concepting tools like Magic Path, like UX Pilot as well. There's many ways you can get the UI you want into these vibe coded apps. So let that be a lesson. Don't believe the hype of these tools. Think about what you value the most and think about which tool is best for each use case. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found that of value as well, not just in prompting and building, but also what to look out for and what actually makes a good AI tool. As I said, Orchids produces really nice designs, as you can see, but something like V0, while it may not be as nice looking out of the gate, with this better implemented structure and more consistent copy and more consistent following of the instructions I gave it, I can then go back into it and prompt it better to better match what I had in my head. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, any comments, any future video suggestions, if you want to see more of me using Orchids, maybe using some of the other tools in Orchids like the website cloning tool, if you want to see me use other tools like V0, Bolt, Global, Replit, Magic Path, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.